Okay, I feel like we must start with my very first handbag that I've ever purchased. Don't get me going on handbags because we're gonna talk for a long time if you get me going on handbags. I fell into a deep dark hole and just exploring all things Louis Vuitton. It started off innocently with small leather goods and I was a little bit turned off. When I see a dupe of something, I'm like, oh, like, I don't know. I was turned off. So I ended up selling that. I'm not gonna say regret, but I still think about that bag. My favorite handbag, I'm gonna say this is my favorite handbag. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are filming a very exciting video. I am finally going to be talking about my entire luxury handbag collection, as well as talking you through my 2025 luxury wish list. So if you want to see that, then just keep on watching. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Raisa. I primarily talk about my personal finances, so this actually kind of relates if you are someone who aspired to have beautiful, luxurious handbags in your life at some point. I actually talk about how I acquired these pieces through my finances. I know that a lot of the pieces that I'm going to be showing you are actually very, like, the price points are quite high, and I used to dream about these handbags when I was a teenager and I never really knew how I would get there. And I'm personally such a tactical person. Like, I want to know the steps to be able to get to a goal. So when I started buying my luxury handbags, it was a really big deal because they are things that I would save up for many months and even years. And I'm finally at a place at 31 years old to have a small collection. I mean, small is so relative. There are people who have no handbags and there are people who have tons, right? So I'm not going to say small. I'm just going to say this is my collection. And I did let go of some pieces last year and I want to talk you through all of that as well. But yeah, let's start off with what my collection looks like today in 2025. And then we'll get into what pieces I'm eyeing and potentially going to be adding for this upcoming year as well. Okay, I feel like we must start with my very first handbag that I've ever purchased. This is my first big girl purchase that I made, I want to say in 2018. I'm gonna say 2018 because in 2017 I moved from Toronto to Vancouver, and when I came back to visit for the holidays, I remember getting myself this handbag around the Christmas period. I also used my friend's discount at Saks, so it wasn't even something that I paid full price for. It was like I saved up for the exact amount at that discounted price. At the time it was I think she had like 40% off. So my very first big girl handbag, this is the Celine Phantom Cabas tote. This has since been discontinued, I want to say, ever since Phoebe Philo left as the creative director. So this is actually old Celine. When I say old Celine, it just means that it was before Hedi Slimane, who is now the current creative director for Celine. I do have a Hedi Slimane, or I did have a Hedi Slimane Celine handbag. It was the Romy, and that was one of the ones that I let go last year. It was a beautiful handbag. I'll have a photo over here. It was in this like beautiful burgundy hickory color, and I know at the time the hickory color was really trendy as well, like having this like burgundy bag, and it's so chic. It was so expensive. I ended up selling it because I didn't use it as much as I thought that I would. Anyway, back to this bag. The reason why I went with this one, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I feel like if you're looking for your very first designer handbag, you're spending a lot of money, right? And you want to use it every single day. And I'm so thrilled I went with this one. This is probably one of my, if not the most durable handbags in my collection. I'll show you another one that I also really like, but I've had this since 2018. And it's just like the leather is so luxurious. It's in this grained pebble leather, and you can see the old Celine logo on there. It just says Celine Paris, made in Italy. It's obviously in the black, and then the back doesn't have anything, and it's got these beautiful sort of ties. They're practical because you can cinch the bag if you wanted to. Kind of got like a different look because you've cinched the sides, and if you really wanted to, I don't personally do this a lot, but like you could tie the front to add just like something different to your bag. Inside, this is actually the bag that I'm using today because I brought my laptop here with me. So I do have a lot of stuff in here. It fits your 13-inch MacBook, which is currently in this laptop cover. I've got a toque that I wore today. I've got my keys, and I've got sunglasses also from Celine. I'll show you what these look like. I love these. I bought them like 2 years ago, and I haven't bought another pair of sunglasses since. And I think that's why I love them, because I feel like they're just my perfect everyday sunnies. So these, I'm pretty sure, are from the new creative director as well. And that's it. It's a little bit messy inside, but I want to show you. This is just a tag that it comes in. Maybe I can see how much it was. So this is like the Celine card, just to prove authenticity. You can see, I don't know if I have the price. Price has definitely gone up since I purchased this so long ago. Maybe it's about the same. So it's $2,250 retail. I remember paying like $1,600 for this or something, whatever the 40% off of that price is, because of my friend's discount. And I used this bag so much. There was only one period when I didn't really use this bag, and I kind of considered selling it. Thank God I didn't. I'm such a like handbag like seller, not reseller, but if I'm not using a handbag and it's just sitting in my closet, I look at it and be like, oh, this is such a missed an opportunity cost. Like, it's just sitting there. I could have $1,000 sitting in like my savings account or my tax-free savings account, and I would just sell it. That's what happened with the Romy. But I'm glad I didn't do that with this bag, and I kept it because it has just proven to be one of my most durable handbags, one of my most practical handbags. I thought I was gonna sell this during COVID because we were stuck working from home for 2.5 years, almost 3 years, and this is my work bag, obviously because my laptop fits in it. And because I wasn't going into the office, I'm like looking at it and thinking, I don't know if I should keep this, but thank God I did, because now that we're all back in the office, it's so practical, and it just kind of has like a little bit of a sentimental value being my first big girl purchase. It just like marks that milestone of like, you've saved so much for this and you deserve it. And it actually kind of snowballed into, it's not an obsession, like you'll see my collection and it's not anything huge, but I do really like investing in handbags. I'm not a shoes type of person. I do have really nice shoes, but I'm not like, I don't know, I don't have a ton of like shoes and don't spend too much money on them. But handbags, don't get me going on handbags, because we're gonna talk for a long time if you get me going on handbags. But yeah, this is the first one. I think you can still find this on the resale market, and if you do, I highly recommend it. I know my friend was looking for this last year and then they discontinued it. So it's around a little bit after Phoebe Philo, and then they eventually discontinued, I want to say in 2024. But yeah, this is my very first handbag ever, and it's from Celine. I feel like after that, I kind of got my mind around like, okay, I can spend a little bit of money here and there on handbags. There was a point where I was obsessed with Louis Vuitton. I've kind of talked about this a little bit here and there in some of my videos, but during the pandemic, because we weren't traveling, there wasn't really anything to spend our money on, even though we were all still working. I fell into a deep dark hole and just exploring all things Louis Vuitton. It started off innocently with small leather goods like this key holder, and then it just snowballed from there. So I bought a ton of like small leather goods. Even my agenda is from Louis Vuitton. I do really like the quality of Louis Vuitton. I've had this since the pandemic, so in 2020, and then this one, I mean, I repurchased this, but I did buy this in 2020 as well, which is also kind of what got me really into planning and got me into my small business. That's a whole other story. Let me know if you want a video on that. But yeah, I really like how durable the Louis Vuitton pieces are. Then I started dabbling into their handbags, and I bought a ton of handbags. I don't currently have any Louis Vuitton handbags in my collection today because I have since sold them. But some of my favorite Louis Vuitton bags that I still kind of think about are the Pochette Accessoire, which had such an immense price increase ever since I purchased it. I remember that pouch being like $600, and then it just got so popular and they've increased the prices since. It's over, I want to say like 12 or 1500 now, Canadian, I'm pretty sure. And the other one is the Nano Speedy. I bought that. It's just such a cute bag, and I still honestly want it for my collection. Right now, it's retailing for like $2,200, I want to say, and they did the Murakami collection recently. I was tempted to buy that, which is a little bit more expensive because it's this new limited collection, but for now, I don't have any Louis Vuitton. But I just wanted to give you guys context that I did have a Louis Vuitton phase. The other handbag that I think about often is my Prada re-edition. I think that was in my previous, like my last collection video. That has since left my collection. I also really like that one. It's the nylon like shoulder bag. It's such a cute summer bag. It fits a ton of things. The reason why I sold that is because there were so many dupes coming out. I know that there was an Aritzia one, which is just basically the exact same thing, a nylon bag, but it just doesn't have Prada on it. And I was a little bit turned off. When I see a dupe of something, I'm like, oh, like, I don't know. I was turned off. So I ended up selling that. I'm not gonna say regret, but I still think about that bag. And if you have that bag, I'm a little bit jealous of you because I really like it. Also in like all the fun colors that it comes in. So nice. Now let's go into handbags that I actually do have. My favorite handbag, I'm gonna say this is my favorite handbag because it's been through so much. I've had this for almost, if not like probably 5 years, and it is the Loewe puzzle bag, the original puzzle bag. We're not talking about the edge. This is the OG in a size small. It's not the one with the feet though. I know that there was a version with feet, but it's got black calfskin leather with silver hardware, and it's just got the Loewe anagram in white here. And on the back, it's got a very handy back pocket, and it's called a puzzle because you can see the leather pieces are kind of reminiscent of a puzzle, and it's got a top handle. It doesn't go over, it's not like a shoulder carry, but you can top handle this, which is one of my favorite ways to wear this bag. And I have some stuff inside, but this was packed in its dust bag. It's got this crossbody bag, which is, honestly, I love wearing this bag in all the different ways that you can, but probably crossbody. And if I don't feel like doing crossbody, I would do it in a top handle. It's gone through a lot. I've taken this traveling. This was my go-to bag for so many years. And right now I'm kind of just giving it a bit of a rest because I don't want the leather to wear as fast. I've thought about getting the mini. I've thought about getting this size, same size in the brown, just because I know that I'm going to wear it. I haven't like bought duplicates of a bag, but if I was going to, I would probably do it for this Loewe bag. It's chef's kiss, like probably the most beautifully designed handbag. I love J.W. Anderson's designs for Loewe, though I heard that he might be leaving the brand and going to Dior, which is crazy. That's another topic. I am not a Dior girl, but I wonder if the rumors are true. Would I become a Dior girl after seeing his designs? We'll see. I hope he doesn't leave Loewe, but it's looking like he might. But yeah, if you guys can get your hands on a Loewe puzzle bag, or if you've been eyeing it, this is your sign. This is the best bag. I know it's gone through a lot of price increases as well, but it is worth it. I feel like if I lost this, it would pain me to shell out like $5,000 or $6,000, but I can't imagine not having this bag in my collection. I also want to shout out Lauren Valiquette here on YouTube. She's done so many reviews on this bag, and she's one of the reasons why I bought mine like 5 years ago, and I'm so glad that I did. Some, let's call them more accessible handbags. When I went home to Toronto during the summer of last year, I grabbed some things from my mom's closet because she's got some good handbags in there, and she finally let me have them. One of the ones that I really like and have worn throughout the summer is this beautiful Coach bag. I'm forgetting what the name is for this bag. I know it's called something, and they actually did a re-edition of this, but I'm forgetting right now. But anyway, this is from, I want to say 2004, so it's a vintage handbag. So it's a handbag from 20 years ago, and it's honestly in such great condition. I mean, all Coach bags are pretty durable because of the glove tan leather that they use. It's in this brassy sort of gold hardware, and I love how chunky it is, but you like can't really tell that it's Coach because there's not really a ton of like logos. I know that they do a lot of like C's on their bags. I don't love that, so I'm really glad that they did this version where it's kind of just like a really nice like shoulder handbag. You can't see, but maybe I'll do this. It's so stunning. It's held up so well over the last 20 years. Inside is kind of like the satiny material, and you've got like a little zipper on there. And then what I love is the back has this open back pocket. I love that because it's so accessible. You don't have to open the bag to get your phone or wallet. But yeah, this has been added to my collection thanks to my mom. The other one I want to talk about in the more accessible price range are longchamp bags. I got this for my birthday from my parents last year in 2024. I think this is the medium size with the long handles. I know that longchamp has many different variations. There's one where it's like a shorter handle, so it's more of a like top handle. This is the one that can kind of go on your shoulder. I use this a lot in the summer and it does fit my laptop. So it was my work bag for a little bit and then I kind of just put it away to make room for other handbags. This is my longchamp. I want to do a shout out to Shannon here on YouTube. Her name is Shannon Reynolds. I'll have her link down below. She so kindly sent me a organizer for my longchamp and it looks like this. I believe she has got an Etsy store as well called Orderly. I'll have that link down below, but this fits my longchamp perfectly. Adds structure to my longchamp that it doesn't currently have because it's actually like this nylon bag. But now that I've inserted it, you can see on the inside, you can put your water bottle in here. There's a few slots where you can put like your pen or your wallet just so you don't lose it in this big dark hole. But it fits perfectly. I use that a lot when I was using this bag. And I'm likely going to use it again when the summer comes along. I love all the fun colors they come out with as well. There was a point last year where I fell in love with this bag and just fell into this obsession with Longchamp. I think that they've been around for a really long time for a good reason. Their prices are affordable and their designs are classic. When I went to Paris in 2023, every chic Parisian girl was wearing a Longchamp bag. So I can't believe it took me this long to get one of these. And yeah, I'm probably gonna get another one in the future. Just waiting on the right color, but for now I'm going to be enjoying this navy blue one. Okay, we're slowly getting there. The other summer bag I want to talk about is, when did I buy this? I want to say 2022, but it's this beautiful Dragon Diffusion bag. This is the small triple jump in the dark brown. Dragon Diffusion has skyrocketed in popularity, let's say over the last few years. When I bought this, it was still like $400. They're a little bit more expensive now. I really, really like this bag. It fits so much. It fits my water bottle, all of my essentials, and it's, to me, like the perfect summer bag. I know people are really into the raffia bags. This is full leather and it's kind of got that same vibe of like how they've stitched it all together. It's also kind of giving like Bottega vibes just because of how they weave it all together. So I really like this bag for a more, say, accessible option when you're comparing it to Bottega, and I think it's the perfect size. They've got a lot of different designs if this one isn't for you. They've got some other like really popular ones in different fun colors. So yeah, I really, really like this bag and I'm so glad that I have it in my collection. I think this is the last bag I'm going to be showing you guys. It is a bag that I purchased last year on Essence. It is a bag from Jill Sander. I think it's called the Giro bag, and the Giro bag comes in different styles. This is the one with the crossbody that can be adjusted, so you can adjust how long you want the crossbody to be. You could also make it really short to make it just a shoulder bag. I've been so surprised with how often I use this bag. There's just days where I'm like, okay, I just need my phone, wallet, and keys, and this bag like does that in a really chic way, because sometimes you don't need too much and you still want to look chic, and I feel like there was a gap in my handbag collection for a certain bag like that, and I'm so glad that I bought this guy because I've used it all throughout the winter. I think I bought it in the fall, so I've worn it so many times. You've got the Jill Sander logo here in gold, and then the back just has the stitching of the card slot inside. I just think that that's a nice touch. I sometimes flip it so that people can't see the Jill Sander, but it's also so small that it doesn't like do anything. I really, really like the design of this bag. It made me fall in love with Jill Sander bags and Jill Sander, the brand in general. So I've been looking a lot on Essence for other Jill Sander pieces, but for now, this has served me really well, and I'm going to continue to use this bag. It was definitely something that was missing from my collection because it's not as big as this puzzle, but it kind of does like the same thing where it's like a crossbody. So yeah, Love, love, love this bag. I'll have this link down below. And it came in this cute little dust bag as well. So I keep it in here when I'm not using it. So that is my entire luxury handbag collection. I feel like it's just the Prada and the Celine Romy that I've already talked about that's left my collection since I filmed that original video in 2023. I've really downsized my collection. I'm really happy with it. I love all of them. I wear all of them. There's some that I wear for a certain season, and there's some that are great like all throughout the year. These two tote bags, I feel like I can wear all throughout the year, and I can just switch if I feel like wearing one or the other. I'm really happy with it, but like I said, I am very into handbags, so I'm always kind of like looking at what's coming up and what's coming out from these different brands. So now let's talk about my 2025 luxury wish list. This will encompass more than just handbags. Maybe we'll start off with handbags and then talk you through the other pieces afterwards. This wish list doesn't have a ton of things on here. I've been trying to be super mindful about what I'm bringing into my closet and making sure I have a use for all of these things. I'm not a insane collector. I don't actually have a lot of space in my closet to even just like store these bags. I would say this is more of a realistic wish list. I know I made an unrealistic one before. I feel like I've had Hermes on there, I've had Chanel, etc., but I think these are just more things that I'm actually in the market for and might pull the trigger either this year or next year. So let's talk about it. First two handbags I want to talk about are both from Toteme. The first one is the Toteme T-Lock bag or T-Lock clutch. I'm talking about the small version because there's two versions of this bag and I've tried them both on a few times already. I really wanted to love the bigger size because it's got the top handle. It's honestly giving like loewe puzzle bag but Toteme version because it's got a top handle and it's also got the crossbody, and it's just a little bit too big and bulky for me. I kind of compared the size dimensions from the loewe puzzle and that bag, and that one was a little bit wider and chunkier, so it like sticks out. I love the functionality of it, but it's just a little bit too big for me. So I'm talking about the Toteme T-Lock in the small version. So that one doesn't have the top handle, it's just got the crossbody, and you can remove that strap and make it a clutch. So it's officially called the Toteme T-Lock clutch. I really want this in the black grained with the white stitching and the silver hardware. I was wearing my loewe puzzle when I went to try that bag on at Whole Run Through, and I really liked it. It was actually really similar to this one without the top handle, like the functionality of it, how it looks on me, and I don't know if I can like fully justify getting a very similar handbag, but I'm kind of thinking that they're not super similar because that one can be a clutch. It's a little bit smaller than the loewe, so I can use it for weddings and just like nights out where I don't want a crossbody and I can just clutch it. I have watched so many reviews. I'm imagining myself having this bag, so I feel like I might pull the trigger at some point throughout this year. They have a ton of colors. There's this beautiful brown one. They have suede, they have a crocodile or faux croc effect. I really like it, and I think it's gonna go well with my collection and just my vibe. So that's the first one. The second one is a more recent sort of wish list item. I haven't been lusting over this as much as I have been with the T-Lock bag. The other Toteme bag I'm talking about is the belted bucket bag. I want to say this has been out for at least a year now, and I saw when I was in New York, I saw a girl on her city bike with this Toteme T-Lock bucket bag, and she was so chic. They come in many different leathers, same as a T-Lock bag. I think I would get this one in a smooth leather in either black or this beautiful dark brown or chocolate brown and the gold hardware. I saw in some reviews that people were saying it doesn't fit a laptop. Some people were saying it does. I did see someone actually put a 13-inch MacBook in there. There was maybe a little bit of it peeking out, but you can still put the shoulder strap on your shoulder. But yeah, I really like that one. In terms of pricing, the bucket bag I think is around $1,700, and then the T-Lock is, depends on where you purchase it from. I feel like Essence has them the cheapest and they're around like $12.60. These are all Canadian dollars. And then the last bag I want to talk about is the newest release from Loewe, which is the Loewe Madrid bag. I saw this come down the runway in the fall and they're launching it for spring, so I don't have other photos other than what's been shared. I'll have them posted here, but I fell in love with that when I saw it on the runway. TBD if I'm actually gonna get this bag because I definitely want to try it on and feel it out. But I mean, Loewe is probably one of my favorite designers in terms of bag. You know, I'm obsessed with my puzzle. So I want to keep an eye out for the Madrid bag and see if it fits what I need it for. And pricing, I'm not too sure yet because no pricing has been shared. But yeah, those are the 3 handbags that I am eyeing for myself in 2025. Now let's talk about the other pieces in my luxury wish list. I've talked about my Cartier watch and wanting to get a new strap for it. So right now it just comes with this brown alligator strap. I want to get a black version of it. I really like the brown because it's something different. Not everyone has a brown strap on their watch, and I think it looks great with the gold, but I want to have an alternative of just a black alligator strap. So I know I've already contacted Cartier just to see how much that would be. I think they said around $500, and I don't know, I'm just waiting. I am eventually gonna get it, but I don't want to bite the bullet right now. Then the second thing I want from Cartier is a new watch. I talked about this in my goals video, but I want the Cartier Panthere watch in either the mini or the small. I did try both of them on, but I need to go back to the store to just make sure and double check. This is a very pricey item. They're around $5,000 plus more, just depending on the size. So not in a rush to get this, but it is eventually something that I want to invest for myself. If you maybe have noticed, I'm kind of transitioning into silver jewelry. In my older videos, you would notice that I have done gold jewelry. I was a gold jewelry girl forever, or I thought I was. And then sometime during the fall of last year, I started to play around with silver. So right now I'm wearing a lot of silver jewelry. My earrings, my ring, and my necklace are all silver. So I want to bring in a stainless steel watch in my collection. Obviously right now the only one I have is the Louis Cartier, which is in gold, and I think it would be nice to add the stainless steel Panthere to my watch collection. And then the last thing is a ready to wear item, which I'm so ready to bite the bullet on. I'm just waiting on Essence to bring down the price a little bit more. If you guys look on Essence, you know that they do further markdowns as the season goes on, and I'm really eyeing the Toteme broad midi coat in the brown. I've seen a few creators on TikTok unbox this, and I've been really lusting over it. I have 2 coats from Toteme already, and they are my 2 favorite coats. I've had them for many years. I have the trench coat as well as the black wool coat, and I love how they do tailoring, and the materials that they use are really great. So I want to add this midi broad coat to my collection, and it's also in this like beautiful deep brown color, which I feel like is different for me. And yeah, I'm just waiting for them to further mark it down to a price where I'm ready to bite the bullet. But that is one thing that I am also eyeing. But yeah, that's it. That is my entire handbag collection, as well as my 2025 luxury wish list. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what pieces you guys are eyeing for the new year, if anything. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.